Hi guys, welcome to another episode of What We Want to Say But Don't podcast. It's your host Denise, and today I'm here with some very special guests. Do you want to introduce yourselves?
Hi guys, my name is Joe. My name is Joseph Okwejo, if you want my government. What am I doing at the moment? I'm currently studying at the University of Kent. I study philosophy and English. Alongside that, I run a brand along with my partner called Rich and Broke. Go check it out.
Check it out, guys. I'm going to put it all down, so don't worry.
Yeah, and that's me, basically.
Yeah, my name is David. I also go to the same uni. I sometimes do blogs, to just speak my mind and all things like that. But yeah, David.
Yeah, and you guys obviously know it's me, don't need to do a big introduction. But so I really wanted these two on my podcast today because I just think they're great. Like that's literally what it is, and have a lot of insightful stuff to say. But as always, we are going to start with a little game so you guys can get to know myself, Joe, and David a bit more. So yeah, we're going to play Would You Rather.
Oh.
I'm going to give you a couple situations. Can't lie, some of these are looking a bit interesting, but we'll pick the good ones.
Okay.
So I just literally saw one. Okay, would you rather have a nice house in a bad neighborhood or a bad house in a nice neighborhood?
Oh.
It's got to be the nice house in a bad neighborhood still.
But then no one would want to come to your house.
I can just hire security for them, innit? Like, but if you're just having a bad house, you're just going to stand out. You're going to be like, who lives in this bando? Like,
Wait. So your house is bad, but the neighborhood around you, their houses are nice. Or is it like the neighborhood is
the neighborhood is good, like it's a great area to live in. Your house may not necessarily look the ugliest on the road, but it's just not. It's not like it's not something that people would stop and be like, I want this house.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's not the size that you want. It's a bit tiny.
yeah,
Like
bins ain't taken out.
bins ain't,
There's always one house with recycling bottles in the front yard and that.
Literally, it's just messy. Like
I think I'll go for the second.
the
Bad house.
why?
Nice neighborhood. I don't know. I feel like your neighborhood says a lot about you before your own house. Because if someone's coming from like 10 minutes away and they see my neighborhood's nice, by the time they get to mine, they wouldn't feel like turning back. But if you go to a bad neighborhood and you're like 10 minutes away, you're like, nah, I don't want to go into this neighborhood.
So in the bad neighborhood, like, what's bad about it? Like,
it probably just looks bare ghetto, crackheads on the floor.
Literally, like you don't feel safe in that environment.
but my house would be on top of the hill, so it's calm. It can make their way up, innit? Come on, bro.
Literally. Oh, that's good. I like both of them. I don't know what would I pick? A bad neighborhood. I think I'd just pick a nice house, mainly because I just like the whole aesthetic thing. But even me going out in that neighborhood will be techie. I can't lie. Be techie. I'm gonna say the one I asked you before. Would you rather be rich or famous?
Rich.
Rich and broke.
She couldn't resist.
Rich and broke, baby.
Nah,
you'll know.
Rich.
Yeah, rich.
I feel like I don't like the idea of fame.
But do you know what I think about being rich? Yeah, a lot of the times once you get to the top and you're rich, you're not thinking about anyone else or the influence you have on other people. You're just rich, like you just have money. You could be rich for all the wrong reasons. What's that guy's name? Hush Puppy. Literally, like obviously that's different, but he just wanted it all. Like you just want all this stuff, and it's like with fame, you're sort of leaving something behind. Do you know what I mean? Like people are looking to you, because you're like, I don't want to say idol, but you have something about you that someone else might want or could follow after. But then in saying that, I ain't trying to be famous and broke. Like, so I don't know.
I'd definitely rather be rich, only because I feel like when you're famous and you're in a public eye, you're like scrutinized for everything you do. And I like this day and age where like social media is so prominent in our generation. I feel like one wrong step, one wrong move, like you're getting slandered on Twitter, like people are coming to you. It's just like, if you're rich but not known, like you can be a silent influencer. Like I look up to LeBron a lot because he's very rich. Although he's on TV, his fame is mainly to do with his sport, but he's rich, like in sense of like the way he gives back to his community and the way he influences other black kids. Like I feel like he's rich for the right reasons. But yeah, that's why I'll pick rich anyway.
Yeah, I agree. So being rich and being famous, out of being rich, I'll definitely be rich, because famous, there's just a lot of eyes on you, every little thing.
Yeah.
Like people like let's say Beyonce or let's say even Michael Jackson, the way their lives have been, like everyone's always in their business, like, and that changes you as a person, makes you act out. Like certain people can't deal with it, so I'd rather take the riches, you know. Just
be like Hannah Montana.
Yeah.
Get the best of both worlds, alive.
Yeah.
Would you rather have unlimited respect or unlimited power?
That's an interesting one.
These people are going deep with these would you rather, you know?
I think
respect or power.
with respect, I think it should be like earned, or like you can't. I wouldn't respect. Yeah, I think respect should be earned. Like you have to. It's something you should gain.
Because you said what? I guess with respect, it should be earned. So it's like it's a reward.
Yeah, I think it's something
rather than just having it, because it takes away the effect of being respected.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It's like if you just got it. It's like if you're scared of someone. If someone's scared of you, it's not the same as them respecting you.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Definitely. I think I'll pick power with the respect. I feel like I've got like a dark side of that power.
Abuse it. That's what I was thinking.
Like,
you know, if you have unlimited
dictatorship.
power, like you'll be able to abuse it a bit more.
I want to have fun with that power. You know what I mean?
I feel like you take advantage of it if you have it.
I mean, we're human.
Yeah.
You're also men, but
Shots.
See how I was collective and said we are human. she threw it.
1-0.
That is too jokes. I can't do. Ooh, would you rather have everything you've ever wanted, but you die in 1 year, or live your life as it is now? Sorry, these are deep, guys. I'm really enjoying this website. Quite like it.
Everything I've ever wanted.
Everything you've ever wanted, but die in a year. So let's say, what day is it today? October 2nd.
Yeah.
You know that you're dying October the 2nd, 2021.
Yeah.
And you have everything you ever wanted. Everything. Like kids will come, that car you want, everything, house, everything, but you have 1 year to enjoy it. Or just live your life as it is now and get to where you want to get to naturally.
No, I think I'll take naturally. So
Naturally.
I don't know, cause like one day you're happy, the next day you're dead, fam. Like nah.
Imagine, God forbid,
God
forbid. I don't wish this on anyone, but imagine, God forbid, you're meant to die in the next couple of years and you didn't get what you wanted.
Yeah.
But knowing that you can get what you want in the within the next year.
I think I'll do the first.
But I think, for like recently, that's how I live my life. Like anything I want to do, I'll do it. Anything I want to get, want to buy.
Yeah.
If it's I'm thinking, why am I waiting? Like, what am I waiting for? Like, let me just get it. Let me go there. Yeah, I gotta live for the moment. I realized you just gotta live your life. Like, not worry about too much about things that you can't take with you when you're gone. Like, yeah, that's what I think.
I think I'll do the first, and because like I feel like if I get everything that I want, then I'll be content with life. And I feel like if it's my time to go, then I've done what I need to do. I've achieved what I needed to do. I've got the things I need to do. I wanted to get. Like I'm now content with life. Like you just go upstairs.
Yeah.
Go upstairs. See ya. I don't know. I don't think there's room in my one. Would I rather? I think I can't lie. I think I just live it out, man. Just live it out. Wait and see when my time comes. Because a year, like
a year will go very quickly. But I'm
that's
also
the
thinking, like,
thing.
in that year, like.
And you're counting down. Imagine on October the 1st.
Literally.
Like,
No,
I'll be
October
dying
1st.
tomorrow.
Wine in my hand, grapes on the side, sipping,
It's
waiting for
true.
the thoughts to come.
No, it's
I'm
true.
thinking about this DD.
11:59. Just like, no, that would be funny. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'll give myself more than a year. Would you rather smell terrible but you can't smell it, or your partner smell terrible and you have to smell it? So let somebody else smell your smell, or you be the one smelling that smell?
No, I can't smell terrible, man. I can't smell terrible.
No, but if you're
I'll let my partner smell terrible, and I'm the only one who can smell it.
It just says, or your partner smell terrible and you have to smell it.
I can't. What's the first? I smell terrible.
You ever smell terrible but you can't smell it? That's crazy though, because more times like somebody else.
But
is
your partner
suffering
can
off
smell
me.
it.
Yeah.
If she ain't telling me nothing, it's calm. But then if your partner's smelling, it's like,
I can't deal with.
what would the man them think? Like, I'm joking. I'm joking. But yeah.
I can't.
I'll have to go with the first one. I actually.
You smell terrible, but you can't smell it.
But I know I smell good, so it's calm, man.
But you don't smell good.
But to you guys, I don't smell good. Like, man's just smelling air, like H2, like oxygen.
Nah.
But yeah, that's, I don't know.
I don't know. That's a hard one.
It is hard.
Word to Tion, I don't know.
Okay, so I'm gonna do two more. First one, would you rather be the smartest person in the room or the loudest person in the room?
Smartest.
That was kind of easy. I thought you guys would think about it a bit more.
No.
But what if you're smart and no one wants to hear you?
That's good.
Yeah, calm.
I pick smart too.
Them man that were quiet in class, look at them now, fam.
Some of them do.
Oh yeah.
They're literally.
Some of them are cycled.
Yeah, some of them shooting up the school and that.
Would you rather, last one, would you rather eat dinner with Donald Trump or Hitler?
Yes, that guy is so fascinating.
Fascinating, bro.
No. Obviously.
When he bombs you up, you'll know.
Hitler, fam.
No. In the sense that I would like to
please.
hear him speak. Like, you guys, obviously Hitler's known for like his
killing people.
Yeah, like all the devastation he did, blah blah blah. Like, he was a very, 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 very terrible person. No doubt about that. However, his mind is, I think, is amazing, because the way he moved a whole nation to single out the Jews, and like his influence was so good. Like, how did he do it? In this day and age, if you had the capabilities of Hitler, but for good reasons, imagine what you could do.
But that's the same with Trump, though.
No, Trump is.
It's not the same, but it's
Trump is
very similar.
I feel like Trump is an opportunist. He's known because he's rich, and then he's like, how do I put it? Like, he had doors open for him.
Yeah,
Hitler came from the mud. Like, I've learned a lot about Hitler because of obviously secondary school. But he came from the mud. Like, I think his mum was dying of cancer or something like that, and he was trying to get money to help her out. and he lost her, and then obviously he went wayward. But I feel like the way his rise to power was, it's not influential, but it's mad, it's crazy. Whereas Trump's was more generational wealth and him being a millionaire, billionaire, whatever.
But you know what I find so crazy with Trump? Yeah, like I think that was a good point about Hitler. To be fair, I probably didn't look into it much. Do you know what I mean? To sort of form an opinion. But with Trump, it's like no matter what that man says, people are always behind him. Do you not think that's so scary? Because even that thing he said the other day about when he was saying to the Ku Klux Klan, stand back and stand by. You're thinking, and then there was still some people watching it, like watching his speech, and they were still on his side. I was just thinking, how can you still be behind someone like that? Like when he's saying the craziest of things, and we know he said stuff which are more mad, but you're just like, how do you do it? Like I can't even clap for you because I don't get it. He's a crazy man, and people, it's weird. It's so weird.
You know what it is? I feel like America's a big place. It seems like Trump's got a lot of supporters, but I feel like...
But he won. How did he win in that time? How did he actually win?
His oppositions were not to par, man. The people already hated
It was the
Hillary.
lesser of two evils. Hillary was better.
No. I can't lie.
She had to be. She had to be.
I don't think she was trusted, so that's why Trump...
And you think Trump is
I don't
trusted?
know, Trump...
It's like Hillary was slimy and wasn't trusted by both white and black community. Trump, he's out there, he's raw with it, and obviously the white supremacists love that. So that's why he got way more support. Whereas Hillary, she wasn't trusted by both.
So
she was already losing.
But even the black people, do you not think they would have supported Hillary? Only because they didn't want Trump.
Yeah.
There's not enough.
Yeah, there's not enough black people
that would actually vote as well.
Yeah.
Well, who would you pick? Hitler?
I think I would go with Trump just to get into how he thinks, because he's just so unfiltered. Like he just says things or tweets things, and I'm just like wow.
Even that, imagine a big president tweeting 24/7.
Yeah, and some of the stuff he tweeting when the Black Lives Matter protests were going on, like when he was saying if you guys don't get off the street, the guard's gonna come in and start shooting and stuff like that. Like,
I don't rate our lives, man.
But I think
I'm saying it like I was there, but
like he's very outlandish, but
Trump's very different, man.
Yeah,
very different.
Yeah,
he's just had such a mad life. Like the way he's come up. Who would have thought he would be president? It was almost like a joke. Like Trump running for president. Oh, he won't win, and then he won. Like he must come. I don't know.
It's crazy.
Crazy, man.
But yeah, thank you guys for that game. It was quite interesting. Quite interesting. So we're gonna get into the hot topic of today, which is, I don't know how to do drum roll, but I guess I haven't really thought of a title for it, but all things validation. So whether it be, I forgot what was the initial question I asked you lots. I think, what validates you as a man, black man or man/woman, but also why do men need validation too? Because I guess whenever we think of validation or approval, usually think of the weaker vessel, who will most likely be females and stuff. So yeah, I just wanted to explore, having you guys as lads and me as a lady. I was about to say ladess, as if lady's not a word. As a lady, and validation sort of thing. So I'll just throw it out. What do you guys think validation is to you? Is it important? Is it not? And why?
I'll let David go first.
I would say to me it's like just having that feeling that that you're doing something right. Like everybody wants to know that what they're doing is good or it's respected, or and a lot of us draw that from other people, or we draw it from ourselves. But I think drawing it from other people will help it draw it from ourselves more.
Yeah.
Because like when you have people telling you this, or sometimes it doesn't work like that, but when you have people telling you, oh, raw, you're doing, that's really good, it will just boost your confidence and you'll believe in yourself and you believe you can do anything. Well.
That sounded really inspirational, like a Disney film, you know?
Yeah.
Definitely.
I don't know. For me, I look at validation as like, it depends on like who it's coming from and why and what stage of my life. Because there's some types of validation I feel like is not needed. So like being valid in some friendship groups is like, okay, like you have a friendship group where all of them have nice cars, and then you get a nice car as well, and obviously they're like, oh, bigging you up, like giving you that type of validation. And I feel like that type of validation is like, okay, it feels good at the moment, but it's very like materialistic.
It doesn't last. It doesn't last.
I feel like validation from the wrong groups, validation from more like material stuff can be quite dangerous, because it kind of pushes you to pursue the wrong things.
The wrong thing,
yeah. But I feel like as human beings we crave a lot of attention, we crave a lot of love, so like we do need that validation of like, you're doing okay, Joe, like keep going, like I'm proud of you.
That encouragement.
Encouragement is needed from anyone really, because it doesn't. Sometimes it means more when it's from a loved person, but when it's from a complete stranger, sometimes it feels like, oh right, you watching
even
me?
Then,
like that kind of thing. So that kind of pushes you to do more as well.
Yeah, I was even thinking that like even like sometimes in the workplace, you know, when someone from a senior position, just like you haven't met them from anywhere, but they just recognize you've done something. You're just like wow, like okay, that's me, sort of thing. But I think validation is proper important, because as humans, like we are naturally emotional beings anyway. As much as we'd like to admit or deny it, we are emotional. But having that approval is what helps us keep on going. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like the motivation to get up and do something.
Yeah.
But then I guess the problem comes from when someone tells you something, like it's like they're validating something that you don't believe in yourself. Do you get it?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. It's if they say something, for example, oh, you're not like your brand is crap. Do you get it? Like Rich and Broke is dead. You're just thinking.
Bevan.
That's what you got to say on the same.
I was gonna wear my t-shirt today, so it's not even.
Let me zip this up.
Wait, you're both wearing it? No way. I can't. But yeah, like if someone says your brand is crap, and then you're thinking, but I know my brand isn't crap. Do you get it? And then they're convincing you that it's like it's crap, and you're just like to think like
that's a bit toxic.
It's just like
he might doubt
maybe
himself.
you could work on, or it's like
But if he's like if he gets his validation from himself and he's secure in his brand and he knows that this is my brand, this is how I want it to be, it won't affect him. He'll be like, your opinion doesn't even matter to me.
Just trying.
But imagine if it's coming from someone like you hold
that you respect.
Yeah, like highly. Like let's say you take it to someone that mentors you, or like kind of like someone you look up to. You show them, this is what I've been doing. This is my project.
Where their opinion matters to you.
Literally, and then they throw it back in your face saying, "Bro, work on this, work on that. I don't like it." That kind of thing.
It'll deflate your confidence.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's even just a thing. I was just thinking of, you know, like when you go to university, right? And you want to study the course you want to study, and then your parents are like, nah, go and do something else, go and be a doctor, go and be a lawyer, go and this, and you're just like, but wait, like, so you're not trusting in my own validity in myself. I know I'm good at music, I want to study music, let me do it. But I guess it's also just looking at it from a different perspective. They're trying to see it as job prospects, and you're just thinking, I love music, let me go and do music, I'm good at it. They're just like, no, but there's loads of people out there like you. I think that's even the worst one, because you're not necessarily not necessarily saying the person is not good at what they do, but there's so many other people doing what you're doing. So what makes you think that what you're doing is great? This is not me attacking. I'm even looking at both of you. It looks like I'm looking at you, Joe, but I'm not.
No.
But yeah, like how do you deal with that sort of thing?
I feel like I feel like I'm quite lucky, because my mum never really pushed on anything for me to learn. I mean, she did want me to do law, but like if I was like, I came home and told her, listen, I'm not doing law. I'm not studying law in university. I'm studying philosophy and English, and like this is something I'm more interested in. And obviously she was acceptance of that, but I just feel like if I was to go the other way and do law because my mum wanted me to, it's like that drag of doing something, because at the end of the day, you're the one writing the essays, you're the one submitting, you're the one staying up doing all-nighters. If all of that is for someone else's joy, it's very hard to feel fulfilled and content in your own self. I feel like you'd have to be like completely selfless to be able to do something like that, to just go through all those like hard work just for someone else to feel happy. So it's like it's kind of worrying, because I know there's some people, some of my friends even, that have done things because their parents have pushed them to do so, and it's just like, obviously their parents do know best because they see things from like a different point of view, but at the same time, in this day and age, the talent that is coming out of non-traditional workplaces such as YouTube, music, producers, footballers,
like the digitals.
All the digital stuff, software engineers, like technology is completely taking over. So the talent that's coming out of all of these non-traditional jobs is like, let them do what they want, because you don't know where that's going to take them at the end of the day. And I feel like our generation is good with that now, because a lot of our generation is quite entrepreneurial. And a lot of our generation is kind of doing stuff they love. So it's good to see. It's good to see, definitely.
Yeah. I think you get to a certain age where you've got to make your decisions for your life. You can listen to your parents and take in what they say, but ultimately you've got to make the decision of what you want to do, because like it's your life. Like you're the one that's gonna reap the benefits or the negatives of whatever you choose to do.
Literally.
For sure. I don't need to even I co-sign what you lot said already, so I'm not gonna add. Do you think it's another person's responsibility to make you feel validated? I love the thinking silence. I love it.
Me personally, I don't hold anyone responsible to validate me, but I feel responsible to validate others. In the sense that if I'm friends with someone and I see them doing well, I'm gonna tell them, bro, you're doing well, like well done, like, because you never know if that's what they needed to push them to go further. But at the same time, I wouldn't hold any grudges against someone if they didn't do that to me. I feel like it's just like it's a thing where like no one owes you anything in this world, so you can't hold someone accountable for not validating you, kind of thing.
So you don't give the validation in expectance of it happening to you?
No.
Back?
No.
Yeah. Because if you did, that's not genuine. Like you just want it for your ego,
But what if you were the only one always validating that person? If you were always validating me, Tanisha doing well, blah, whatever, and I never ever once been like,
and you're my friend,
and I'm your friend,
okay, after a point you'd think like, raw, like,
obviously you're not doing it expecting me to look back, but would you tell that person, hey bro, like, what's this? I don't think you're contributing to man's like thing still. Do you know what I mean? It would be
a bit weird, because as a friend, like, to someone, you'd want them to like congratulate you or give you advice or what they think about what you're doing. So yeah, it would be a bit awkward after a while if you're not getting any like love. Like everyone needs that confidence boost. Like some people are not secure, so they need it from their friends. So yeah.
I think sometimes, even like most times, it shouldn't even be a conversation for me to tell you that I need you to validate me.
Yeah.
Not need you, but the same thing you'd want for yourself. Like if I was constantly like encouraging you, supporting you, and you enjoyed it, like you take all of that in, it will be kind of selfish. You'll feel as a person naturally that it will be selfish to not give it back. Obviously I understand that some people are not as good as validating as others, but for you to not do it at all, it's like, are you even human, you know? Like it's just natural, isn't it, to just support someone else.
I always try to,
you don't like them.
I always try to, like when I see a friend start something new, just to send them a message to say well done, proud of you. So like they need that to keep them going, like because starting something is the hardest part, like is to keep it going, especially like a business or like a podcast or a clothing brand. I always try to
Me, that's not
what we want to say. But don't.
Literally. I hate this boy.
Yeah, I like people need that. I like doing it to give them that that boost.
Yeah. David's a big testament to that. He always shows
definitely
love, always shows support.
I'm not even trying to like embarrass you or whatever, but literally like every time I see David, or if we don't talk for ages, he'll just pop up and be like, or even when I just started the page, both of you actually, you were one of the first people to like message me and be like, you're finally doing it. And then when I saw him at bowling, the first thing he said to me was, what you want to say? I was like, I even forgot myself. I was like, what's he talking about? And I was like, oh my gosh. Like, but it was just so nice to see, because it's like, although we don't talk like every day or every week or whatever, it's nice to see that you're doing something right or having that encouragement. And that is even on top of you validating yourself. It helps you to validate yourself. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm not really someone like, I'm quite confident in my abilities and stuff that I do, but even just like what you're saying, starting something is the hardest thing. I feel like I have a lot of things to share with people, and then when I started this, I was just like, but no one would want to listen. Like you're just putting yourself down, and you're just like, but wait, like you knew that you wanted to do this from before, and having that extra person just to co-sign, or I keep saying that word now, it's all of you to like validate that for you. It really does help. Like it does make a big difference.
Do you feel like sometimes you need to kind of like separate the validations though? Because I feel like some fields I'm in, I don't expect validations from friends. And if I do get validation from friends, unless they're in that field or they're like a professional in that field, I don't hold it as dearly. So if I'm in a field where I would, like in the fashion business, I see, obviously because of your consumers is the public, the mass public, you kind of do need validation from the people around you, because ultimately those are your buyers. However, in terms of ideas and branding and like what the brand is all about, I look more to myself for the validation, because that's where it stems from. And I'll look to professionals who've been in the game, so people like Monet Devoir, Trapstar or Gymshark. I'll look to them for validation, even though it's not a personal thing, like them on the phone to me telling me them, but literally just seeing what they've done and seeing that they could make it through. I feel like that type of validation I hold more personally than maybe someone. I feel like I separate the two. It's not like one's more important than the other. It's just that this one I know is like coming from someone who's done it. Whereas this one is to show encouragement and kind of love that you're still there. But if that one doesn't happen, it's fine, because I know that this one wasn't made for me. The one where it's coming from professionals who've already done it. It wasn't made for me. It was just them doing their thing. And now it's like I can look at them doing their thing and get validation from that.
Yeah.
So I feel like separating it helps, like the crave to want validation from people who are close to you or around you. That, in my opinion.
Yeah,
anyway.
no, I think that's proper. Like, it is a smart point, because at the end of the day, that's why people say sometimes like your point's invalid, but not even in a sense to be disrespectful at this point, but it's like you don't have anything to contribute in this particular area.
Yeah.
Like, even for me sometimes, this is not to say that I won't ever go to this particular person or whatever, but let's say if I'm struggling with something at uni, right? I'm not going to go to someone who hasn't gone to uni, because you don't know. I don't want to say you don't know the same struggle, but it's a different viewpoint.
They've lived a different life to you.
It's you don't know about deadlines, you don't know about the pressure that I'm feeling, so it's hard for you to put yourself in that position. But it doesn't mean that their points are invalid at all. But sometimes you just want to go to that source where you can actually grow from that or learn from that situation, sort of thing. The same with fashion, like me, I'm not a fashionista, so if I now come and say to you like this is not matching, you probably be like, okay, Denise, like cool, whatever. Yeah. You'll look at it but you're not gonna let it define you, or like literally you're not gonna be sleeping on it, sort of thing.
You got like fine lines and boundaries to how far you let these validations get to you as a person and your purpose, kind of thing.
Yeah. What do you think, David?
Yeah, I agree.
I get that. What's your ultimate source of validation for you personally?
Ultimate source.
To be honest, we've sort of covered it ish, but like if you were to just say one thing, whether it be yourself, your friends, God, like whatever it is, what would you mainly go to?
I feel like something that's quite timeless, in the sense that it would always be relevant, is the Bible. Like the Bible and God, like no matter what situation it is, whether it was in the time of David, like you can pick out something from the Bible and it will apply to your current situation.
Yeah, that's facts.
It will still be relevant.
Yeah, sometimes you're thinking, did they know that?
Like, you get it, like, I feel like that being my validation, like ultimate validation, is like gets you through a lot, because it's not coming from someone has like a selfish agenda or a innate agenda. Like it's something that is completely pure and it's written from God. So you feel like this validation is what I need.
I like the fact that you said it was timeless, because like with humans, obviously we're here for a specific point in time, or even like friends, you have some friends for a season, so your point is valid for that particular period, and then afterwards see you later, like literally like, come and chat to me after that, like, sort of thing. And you're always going to get through that period of life, like it's always going to be a specific season for something, but with something where it's applicable to your whole life, it's like something that is never changing will help situations.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
What's your ultimate source?
Yeah, I would agree with Joe, like God, and because looking through the Bible, you see all these stories and stuff, like you realize like you're human and other people were human before you. They've made the mistakes and they've rectified mistakes, and like people in the Bible have not listened to God, and then they face the consequences, and then after they listen to God, and then they've got this and reaped the benefits. I'd say that. And sometimes yourself, like you are your biggest fan. Sometimes you've got to validate yourself. Like me personally, I just feel less and less I need validation from other people. Like I feel confident in myself now, like to not need someone to tell me, oh well done, like I've got it myself, like I'm in my corner all the time. So yeah.
Do you think that grows with age, experience, or both?
Just with experience in life, like I would say going through whatever, or just that will help you build.
Because even you know. Sorry, go on.
I can't lie. I feel like even with age, I still feel like there's a lot of people who are older than us that
they're not
seek a lot of validation.
Yeah.
Well, seems like they seek a lot of validation. I don't know what goes on in and out, but especially with this whole social media thing. I feel like social media gives a lot of people anxiety.
If you don't get enough likes, you delete it.
Yeah.
You know, even something as small as that is validation.
It's
I'm
actually
streaming,
true.
but I'm talking to myself. Defo archives. Defo a couple of archives and like, or you know, I'm so bad. You know, when I post something, I'll be on Instagram for 10 minutes. To see like the likes.
You have to hit a certain amount of time.
Denise, you actually have a life to live. Like, just go out and do something.
Yeah.
Why are you sitting there? It's like you're waiting, and then you're thinking about those that didn't like it. Like, I don't know, you might not think that much, but me, I'll just be like
you try to perceive it from them. Like, oh, why didn't you like?
Maybe
like
the
it?
background was a bit.
Maybe my shoes are.
You know, the wrong way. Maybe the colour. Maybe Rich and Brick didn't approve. They didn't approve.
I can't like. I used to like. On my Instagram, I used to only post like when I've dressed up and I've gone somewhere and I look nice. But like recently, one of my friends, shout out Rebel, like we were having a conversation. Is like Instagram isn't for like the flashy stuff and the look. It's for like your lifestyle.
Your life,
Like if you look at Rebel's page, like I love his page because it just shows his lifestyle. Like he might just be sitting on the couch or rapping or chilling. Like you can just kind of gauge the type of person he is.
It's natural.
Exactly. Rather than mine used to be just like this guy just goes out, wears nice clothes, and it's like it's just showing one side to me. It's not really showing the other side. And I feel like I feel like that's something I would like to change on my feed, like just to put stuff out there, just my lifestyle. And shout out Ribs for that one.
That's one thing I really appreciate about like people that show all angles. It's like, because you know when you get those influencers, or not even influencers, those people that want to make it on Insta, your pictures are always 1010 or 2010, whatever you want to call it. And then when you see them in real life, you're like,
Denise.
Like, wait a second, if you were gonna do that, like at least give us preview on your Insta. Do you know what I mean? Because, and it's not even to like offend anyone, but you just set that standard so high, and it's like what's, I don't know, it's not adding up really. But it just shows that, it just sort of shows what's more important to you, really and truly. Like showing people, getting that validity from others, because when you're your normal self per se, you may not get that same energy back. So it's a bit difficult to keep it up. But don't get me wrong, I love those lovely pages. Like there's I love it when they tag it as well, innit? So you know where they get it from. You're just like, let me go and get that sort of thing. But literally, it's just, I guess, as long as you don't hide behind that, I think that's the main thing. Don't come and get your security from those likes. If one picture has 2,000, the next day the other one has 1,000. You get it? It's like, that don't let that define you on what you have to bring to the table, sort of thing. And sometimes we forget your Insta is actually your page. Like I can post what I want to post on my Insta. If I don't want to post looking cute 24/7, then I won't. Like me, you lot see me on my private story, I'm silly like all the time. I just like it. But it's like I can control. That's the whole point of it being mine. I can control, and I'm already secure in myself that I don't need someone else to be like, oh Denise, you can't this, you can't that. It's like, thank you.
That's what I realised, like validating myself. Like me, I'm not a serious person. Like I'm all jokey and that. Like I can be serious, but I'm jokey. And like I always used to think, like, how would they perceive me? Like, oh, he's not serious. He's such a joker. Like he doesn't take his life seriously. But I realised, like, that's just me. Like that's my personality. I'm a jokey person, and I know I can still be serious
when you need to be,
when it matters. Like So I don't
see you as unserious, David.
Oh, thank you.
I even saw something on Insta today. I won't even mention who it was, but someone bought a house, and they were obviously showing that they bought a house, and then later on in their story they put up a email from Santander saying, oh, thank you for recently joining in a mortgage group, whatever. And then they tweeted, they commented underneath the post saying, for those of you who won't believe me or will say
See, that's it now.
You've gone to a deeper extent now to validate your buying a house. I'm just feel like
it's like, who do you have to prove to?
Do you get it?
Or why do you feel the need to prove yourself to that person?
Like in yourself, if you know that this is what I've accomplished, like I'm just showing you guys just to see. I don't need to come and bring receipts and
you don't need to prove it to people.
You get it?
Like you've done it.
The work will speak for itself.
But even stuff like that, think about it, being in that position, you're able to buy a house, something which is so amazing, not all of us can do. And you still feel like you need to prove to people. It's like, come on,
it's like a job, you need it more and more.
Do you need to buy a land and then still show?
But you know what it is? It's the social media, man. Like, because influencers are being paid now. They're getting paid a lot of money now. So, like, it pays to be fake. It pays to live a fake life now. So, why wouldn't people kind of post stuff that would make them seem valid? Like, influencers, nowadays, if you got more than 10k followers on Instagram, people send you free stuff, people send you sponsorship deals, like stuff like that. So you want that, it's a bag for people, you want that, so you're gonna post the things that they like, and seek validation.
It's so enticing, literally. Someone could just comment DM for collab and you're already like,
I can't lie, I get that a couple times.
I got that on my last post, and I couldn't lie, I've just removed the comment because the page looked a bit creepy anyway. I was just like I got so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, me? Like, I'm worthy enough to collab. Like, I was like, you people don't know me, bro. When I come and show you something else one day, think about it. But no, it's proper true, because social media is as much of the benefits it brings, and the whole digital world. Social media is techie, and I feel like even just for younger people, like. Because obviously just the next generation, all of us were the next generation, but seeing that and you know, I was about to say valifying. Wow. Validating themselves from what's on social media. You're just thinking, because you know, when we were younger, that wasn't social media wasn't what you would, like, I guess Instagram sort of, I don't know, maybe when it was like 15, 16, or maybe it was 17 that we started even. And even so, you didn't need to post yourself in brands. You just DM, you just post yourself, like, I've got Insta was enough. But now, everyone has Insta, like, what actually,
Like, people will see certain people's pages and then, like, want that lifestyle, but that could just be a facade. I had to say it like that because I said it wrong. I've been saying it wrong for all my life.
What was you saying?
Facade.
Can you imagine? He's been saying facade all the time.
No, to be fair, I've been saving it up to use the word, innit? Because you know them ones where you're saving it up, like you learn the meaning of the word.
Facade. I like that. Facade.
Yeah.
Well, how do you say it properly?
In it, that sounds believable.
That sounds it does, because you said it the way you read it.
Yeah.
So I understand it.
No, but there's an S though.
Is it?
No. SC, no?
Whoa.
Woo! Anywho, yep, it's a facade. Oh, there isn't.
No, go on.
Scary. Just continue, please. You were saying that it's a facade.
The facade, yeah. People just have that facade, like they see a facade of like that lifestyle and just want to be like that, but it might not even be. And they pressure themselves to get those things and to take that picture, so they can get validation from their friends, their peers. You know, they want to get that. I'm trying to be like you, bro.
Oh my days.
You're the guy. You're clear.
That saying is a killer. It is a killer.
Don't be like me, or you don't know
what
I've been
you.
through.
Dude, I've been through. I can't. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I'm gonna ask you guys. That might be a personal question. Hopefully, it's not too. It's not too daunting. But basically, I heard someone say the other day, that us black queens don't empower black men enough, or our black kings, shall I say? You guys are kings, aren't you? Yeah, you're like kings, like that.
King David, get to know.
Oh,
it's in the Bible and that, not to brag or anything, but
I can't. But yeah, so that we don't empower or encourage our black kings enough, or we usually tear them down. Shout out to Kamal, you better be listening to this episode because literally he definitely is.
Pause this and start screaming.
But yeah, like how do you think how true do you think that is? And maybe in your life, have you seen it? Like, have you seen that black girls not encouraging? Like, I guess it's more so in relationships, maybe. Because
I think it's like, I think someone may feel like that because what they see on social media now, with sometimes there's like men are trash, men do this, but men don't do that, and which I can understand because there's been times where men have not done enough, like even from secondary school, like some like people that are not black would cuss the black girls. We wouldn't stick up for them. We'd probably laugh and So now it's like, why should they do that when we're not defending them, kind of thing. But I wouldn't say.
I feel like that's changed now, though.
What do you mean?
Because back in those days, I feel like it was out of ignorance. That's why we acted the way we did.
Yeah.
In terms of like, it was playground.
Yeah. But do you think we actively stick up for them and say, well, you man, chill, like, don't.
I think nowadays, if anything was like that was to run, I feel like yeah. Like, but maybe in secondary school times, it's like we were kids, innit?
Yeah. Like everyone was like, secondary school was a very like challenging. Like,
that's why I feel like we were part of the black boys, were part of the problem as well, because we used to cuss black girls. Like,
we used to get cussed as well. To be fair, like
not
big lips.
Don't even say dark skin. Everything.
Yeah.
It's true.
No, I feel like, I don't know. It's like, it's very true though. Like, I've never really thought about it. It's good that you've highlighted it. I personally get a lot of support from my girlfriend. Like, she supports me and like she's down and like she shows that you're a black king and like cool. But in terms of like in general, I don't know if black girls. I feel like black girls are more, not black girls, but I don't want to just like make a stereotype or anything like that. I feel like
from what you've observed anyway.
Yeah, from what I've observed, it's like, I don't know. I don't see it being given
enough,
lot.
Yeah. I would say the same, to be
honest. I don't see it given a lot. I feel like girls expect it more than they give. They expect black kings to support their crown and
uplift them.
Yeah, more than they do it
to us.
Yeah, but that could just be because of my surroundings and my social.
Or even when you think about it, you know, like girls will be like, I'm a queen, like, or value themselves and hold themselves highly.
Yeah.
But when a guy is now to come and say, I'm a king, he's too cocky, he's too much confidence, he's too this, too that. And it's like, but wait, sis, you were the same person that called yourself a queen, as you rightly should.
Yeah.
But he is also a king. Why is it so hard for you to tell him that?
Yeah.
Like, why is it a thing, like, babe, you are a king. I love you. Like, now I'm seeing it a bit more, a little bit. But that's for people who are more affectionate. But as a whole, I don't really see it too often, really. So I understand why you would say that essentially it's tearing them down, because this is one point that Kamal even made. Oh, shout out to you again. But one point that even made, that if you're not going up, you're going down. You're not staying the same. So if I'm not uplifting you, essentially I'm tearing you down. Not intentionally, but because you're not going anywhere, you're slowly going down. So yeah, I think it must be something. I don't know.
I feel like for black men it's hard. Like I feel like black men go through a lot in terms of getting validation, support. Shout out to a lot of black mums, because I know that there's a lot of black mums who are like single, and I feel like they do their best to raise their child.
Yeah.
It's just that circumstances turn out different ways, but I feel like in the schools, like, black boys were very like picked on by teachers, as in like, you're the troublemaker, you're the talkative one, you're not going anywhere in life. It's like, I feel like they saw a lot more potential in girls than they did in black boys.
Yeah.
And now just coming off of just the school thing, it's like coming into the real world and like the workplace, I feel like now it's pressure. You need to be doing this well. You need to be in so position. You need to have this and this and this by the time you marry. Yeah. So like all of this stuff that is so much pressure, but if you look back as to where black boys were coming from, we were put down. So that it's like now you're in this position that you fought through all of that trials and tribulation. You've got yourself a good job. It's not stopping. Now they're adding pressure, saying your boss is telling you need to, rank up, blah blah blah. I feel like it helps a lot when someone who looks like me and is the opposite sex says, "Oh yes, you're my king." Like you're like kind of help you feel empowered. It's like we need a lot more of that for black boys. I feel like we need a lot more of that, and it comes from a special place when it's from the opposite sex, that are black queens, as you said.
Yeah. I think as well, one thing which has commonly happened in the black community is that we feel like we're competing against each other. Yeah. Whether it be females to males, men to men, females to females, either way, everyone feels like it's competition. Yeah. And it shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't. So
true.
It's definitely needed.
But that's just like the society.
I think sometimes females can think, in terms of the point that we just made, sometimes females can think that men don't need that validation. Just think, when you have that stereotype of he's strong, he's confident, independent, leader, all of these stuff.
I'm not. I ain't. At all.
But it's like, although you have all of those, how do you think they got there? Do you know what I mean? Even in the Bible, Adam had Eve, his helper. Yeah. Like, you have someone there. Like, literally. No one can do it alone. No. You have that support. Everyone needs support. Whether you're a man or a woman, Yeah. Everyone needs it. I'm really sad to end this. This is really fun. It is.
Oh my days.
Slowly. Yeah, no, it is slightly coming to an end, but it's okay. I've got one more juicy question. It's not really juicy. I just thought, let me catch you. But so does money validate you?
Does money validate you? Depends what you're doing with it.
In your life, does money validate you?
For me, money is a means to an end. It's not the destination. It's not the final destination. Getting money is a means to fulfilling another aspiration or dream. So, like, the urge for money needs to be tamed and needs to be like controlled, because it can get ferocious and blow up. And you're doing all sorts of madness
to get money.
Literally, you're doing all sorts of madness. It's like, but when you have a goal whereby I'm gonna get this money so that I can build this, start this, it kind of changes that perspective of why you're getting money and if that money is what's validating you.
Yeah,
I agree with Joe. Like, for example, you could have kept this money, but you decided to buy a mic, you decided to buy this laptop. You could have just kept the money, but the money is not everything to you. You want to do stuff that you love, you want to share things, you want to educate people. So I wouldn't say money's everything. Like, I think money can help you get things that will make you happy, like say you use money to buy to go on holiday, to explore, but I wouldn't say money validates me. Like you can't take it with you, so I don't like. I'm not saying I don't like money, like but I wouldn't say I hold it that highly. Like that, I'll do anything for it, or that if I don't have a certain amount of money, that I would feel like I'm worth nothing.
The thing with validation is that what you allow to sort of define or approve your life, it's like with money, for example, the same way it's easy for you to get it, the same way it will be easy for you to lose it.
Facts.
And then where is that validity? Do you get what I mean? It's like you can gain money quick. When I say get money quick, as in like there's a time period that you can get specific money. If you want to go and get this job, you can get money. You know you're getting the money from that sort of thing, and then you now go and spend it on something else. Like that time period is quick. So the fact that you're trusting in something which can easily just go, it's this. It's even shaky for you to sort of base your validation on that. So I guess it's more so things which are, what's that word? Virtues, rather than temporary tangible stuff. Virtues like respect or loyalty or things which you can actually be proud of. Look back, and be like, bro, like this is something I'm proud of. And it may not. Sometimes that can even equate to money, but you know that it's not solely money that you're relying on. Like these are the things that are legacy that matter, sort of thing, and can be passed down.
Yeah, that's important.
But yeah, oh gosh, guys, I was like, when I tell you guys, I was so excited for this episode. Like these two, especially together, I didn't know you'd like.
We've been talking about it all week.
Yeah. When I was thinking, I was like, I need an episode with you know when I saw you at bowling. I thought, I was thinking, I hope this boy doesn't think I'm just saying it to say it, like I want them on an episode. And when I thought Joe and David together, I said, this one is a God given
serious one.
But yeah, no. So I guess ultimately, what we just rounding up from validation, that the approval, definitely you need to have your own approval. Have something which is not temporary, something timeless. Like that one, timeless. Like just something outside of yourself and outside of others, which is going to impact you. And ultimately, you are your biggest fan. Like Dave has said for us, you're your biggest fan. Like if you don't root for yourself, no one will. And by you loving yourself and rooting for yourself, that's when everything follows after. You'll even gravitate towards the people that encourage you, the people that are for you, they're meant to be in your life. And also understanding that everything is also a season, so you may not have it in this particular season as much as you wanted to, but you will get it from somewhere. But yeah, like honestly, thank you guys for joining me on this episode.
It's been a pleasure.
I really hope you lots enjoyed it as much as I did. This is Rich and Broke R&B. I'm gonna put the what is your Insta? Rich and Broke on.
It's Rich and Broke _
Rich and Broke _ on Instagram. And David. Davies. Plug.
Dave.ace.
Dave.ace.
I'm shy now.
Honestly, guys, actually, even so, like you'll see a lot of like Joe and his partner's work. But David, the blogs that I was reading, I really did enjoy them, and it was great hearing it from a male perspective. Because let me not lie, I don't know any personal people that do blogs that are men, especially a black man. So thank you for that. Thank you for being my validator.
I want to hug you now.
later. But yeah, thank you guys. Signing out from me. I said Simply D in my first episode. I don't know why I refer to myself as that, because I do not call myself Simply D, but I'm just going to keep the momentum going. So why are you doing that face? Okay. Wow, I just called him my validator and he's here doing this.
No, I was
tearing me down. Are you tearing me down? Wow, okay.
No, I think you should use D squared.
No, but that's inside. That's inside.
Oh, sorry, you're not supposed to know that one.
But no, I'm just gonna sign out from me, Denise. Anyway,
Peace.
Love.
Bye.